Hi guys, Ollie here. So today I thought I'd talk you through the concept of chordal harmony. This is something that I've taught to a lot of students recently, and it's really helped them step away from standard chord voicing. Usually we think of harmony in terms of stacks of thirds. So let's say we take a root here on the C, we stack on top of that a diatonic third, that's going to be an E, stack on top of that a diatonic third, that's a G, that gives us a C triad. That's root, 3, 5. We can go one further and stack a third on top of that, that's going to be a B. That gives us a C major 7 chord. So this gives us the building blocks for most types of chords, and it's quite a conventional way to start building harmony. So of course this is great, but a really cool way to get away from that is to start stacking your chords in fourths. This is the quartal idea. So this is something that's commonly played in modal jazz from Herbie Hancock, Maiden Voyage, or So What by Miles Davis. That kind of harmony you'll hear. The idea of that is that rather than in thirds, we're building in fours. So it's quite simple. Let's take that C again. This time we stack a diatonic fourth on top, that's an F. A diatonic fourth on top of that is a B. This is in the key of C, I should have said. And that gives us a root, a 4 and a 7. Okay, so the kind of chord type we were going for here is C major Sus4. So that's a cool little voicing, little 3-note voicing. We can actually chord scale this by taking it up the key of C. So I'm going to play this. So we could use this to great effect in D Dorian, which is the second mode of C. So this works really well because each voicing has the absence of a third in it. So you get this nice open sound that is neither major or minor. Okay, so like standard 4-note 7th chords, built root, 3, 5, 7 for example, we can do the same thing and have 4 voices but for the quartal idea. So from the C again, we add a fourth, that's an F, add another fourth, that's a B, add another fourth on top and that's an E. So we get this C major 7 with an added 11 type sound. So that's root, 4, 7 and a 3. And as we did in part 1, we can chord scale that whole idea up the key of C, so I'll show you that. So that's actually the So What voicing. And again, we can use these in a D Dorian type context to get some really nice modal comping. Okay, so once we have the idea, the concept of chordal harmony under our fingers, similar to how we stack in thirds and just keep going to get your extensions, so you could have root, third, 5, 7, and then keep stacking, you get the 9, and again you get the 11, and one more you get the 13. We can keep stacking in fours, so we're going to go root, stack a fourth, stack another fourth, so that's root, 4, 7. We're going to stack another fourth to get the third. This time we're going to stack a fourth on top of that, which actually gives us, from a 3, add a fourth, you get the 6th or the 13th. So we get root, 4, 7, 3, a 6 on top, or a 13. So now we have this big old stacked in fourths chordal version of a C major 13 chord. Okay, same as we did before, we can chord scale that. So it's going to be C major 13, then it's going to be D minor 13, then it's going to be E minor 7 flat 13. Then it's going to be F major 13, sharp 11. Then we get to G 13. Then we go to A minor 7, flat 13. Then B minor 7, flat 13. And then we're back where we started. To adapt this further, perhaps rather than a fourth on top, we put a third on top. So this is actually going to give us, rather than a 6 on the top of the whole voicing, it's going to give us the 5. So let's take that C again. C, F, B. So that's root 4, 7. 3 with the E there. And then on top, we're going to put a G in there. So I'm going to take that voicing. We can chord scale that as well. Okay, one last idea. You could take the quartal harmony we've already looked at, but rather than having the root on the bottom, we take the context of the 4 and the 7 from each voicing, take the root out completely, play it in the D Dorian context. That's going to be this chord scale. We take each of those voicings, we put a diatonic second below that last note. We get some really cool but slightly stretchy voicings here. Stretch, and another stretch. There. So that's quite a cool way to take this nice open quartal sound, but get some kind of cluster sounds involved in there as well. So we get this nice crunchy. kind of sound. Hopefully this gives you some ideas to start exploring the quartal harmony world. If you've enjoyed this video and you feel like you've got something out of it, feel free to show your support by liking, subscribing and hitting the bell icon. Stay tuned for more tips and tricks.